Why does the Tate Britain have a racist mural in its basement? Let's find out. Hi y'all, my name is Jalen and this is Artincolor, a channel where I talk about contemporary artists of color, for the most part. Today we're going to talk about a very controversial mural that lives in the Rex Whistler restaurant in the basement of the Tate Britain in London. Now, who created this mural and why in the world did they create it? The mural was created by Rex Whistler, who was an artist and one of the Bright Young Things, which was a group of London socialites in the 1920s. Titled The Expedition in Pursuit of Rare Meats, the Whistler mural depicts a fictional hunt in the land of Epicureania. Charles Atkin, the former director of Tate Britain, commissioned Whistler to create the mural in 1927, the same year that the restaurant was opened, which of course was named after the artist Rex Whistler. Unfortunately, within Rex Whistler's mural, there are depictions of caricatures of Chinese people as well as enslaved people being chased and captured. Whistler's floor-to-ceiling mural depicts a hunting party in search of exotic game. In one section, a white woman can be seen dragging an enslaved black boy by a rope. In another, the same boy is shown bound by a collar and running after a horse-drawn cart. Now, y'all know that I am a sleuth and an investigative journalist who is on my job, so I located the 2016 version of the Tate Britain's website for the Rex Whistler restaurant. And what I found was absolutely no mention of the offensive content of the mural, and instead a link to learn more about the artwork. And when you click on the link, there is a more in-depth description of the work that again provides no content on the offensive content of the mural. So yeah, that was in 2016. As someone who has worked in museums, I definitely understand that museums are slow-moving spaces that do not necessarily get a lot done in a short amount of time, especially if it's not going to benefit the museum or bring the museum money. Not a joke, just a fact. So it was not until 2018 that the Tate Britain added a wall label in response to several complaints that explained the racist content of the mural. Fast forward to summer of 2020 and the Black Lives Matter movement was gaining a lot of traction, and several museums were forced to reckon with their legacies of institutional anti-Black violence. A petition calling for the removal of the Rex Whistler mural received a total of 7,500 signatures. That August, Tate Britain removed a description on its website calling the restaurant, quote, the most amusing room in Europe, and, quote, long a whispered, greedy little secret among the capital's bibulous. In September of 2020, we see a note on the website explaining, Whistler depicts the enslavement of a black child and the distress of his mother using highly stereotyped figures that were common at the time. In the Great Wall of China scene, the Chinese figures are presented in costume that now suggest caricature. Whistler's treatment of non-white figures reduces them to stereotypes. These depictions demonstrate attitudes of racial identity prevalent in Britain in the 1920s. The weakening of the British Empire around this time paradoxically prompted cultural expressions of the superiority of the British race. So essentially what the website is saying is, yes, we have this racist mural, but like back in the day, that was the energy, that was the vibe. Like racism was in vogue, and we're gonna keep the mural up, but just know that we know that it was bad. At the end of the same year, the Rex Whistler restaurant was officially closed as a functioning restaurant, and a group was formed called the Rex Whistler Mural Discussions, which was chaired by 5 people, 4 of them being people of color, the last person being Alex Farquharson, who was the director of Tate Britain at the time. And as a group created by the museum, they actually decided to keep the mural up, but with a few concessions. According to a statement made by the Tate just a few days ago, a contemporary artist will be invited to create a new site-specific installation in the room, which will then be open to visitors as a display space. This new work will be exhibited alongside and in dialogue with the mural, reframing the way the space is experienced. It will also be joined by a new display of interpretive material, which will critically engage with the mural's history and content, including its racist imagery. I am so excited to find out who they select and what type of work they are going to create this bigger conversation of race in the museum. This decision is also very much in line with the UK government's retain and explain policy, which essentially states that offensive murals, statues, artworks, anything in the sort of public eye should be maintained, but basically explained to the public as to why it's wrong. So we will see what happens, and keep an eye out. I will probably be making another video about this. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs up as well. Please subscribe to my channel. The question of the day is, can you think of any artists, curators, historians who are interested in delving into the past within their artworks? Again, I hope you like this video. Until next time, goodbye!